Much more from Boomer later on this Seattle defense. But Jeff Darlington covering the Seahawks for us today. Let's go to Darnold there. What should we know about Darnold's approach, Jeff, to this game?
Well, it's great to hear during that interview them talk about that galvanizing moment that was the Week 11 game. So the question is, what have they done different on the field to be a better team, and how will they be better in this game? Now, there's a couple of components in play here. The first of which is they feel like they have fixed their protections on the offensive line to give Darnold the kind of time that he needs. They also feel like they have sort of become a run-first offense, relying on Kenneth Walker. Now, they won't have Zach Charbonnet in this game. He is out for the season, putting even more of a workload on Walker. But we should also point out one more thing about Darnold. He is still dealing with that oblique injury. He will get a shot of Toradol before the game to help with the pain, but he said that he has felt good all week, and he doesn't expect any limitations in this game, Greeny.
It's so tough to take, Jeff, away anything from last week. It was such a one-sided game, basically from the very beginning. We'll see if the oblique winds up being any sort of factor. But as we look at Darnold today, we understand what's on the line, all of his personal history, which is somewhat unique. And you said something interesting last night, Alex. You said you're not going to babysit your way to the Super Bowl if you're Sam Darnold.
Yeah, listen, obviously this guy's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, right? The last 2 years, 29 wins. It's a phenomenal player. But if there's a defense that has been his Achilles heel, it is this Rams defense. And again, you mentioned it last week. They just clobbered the Niners. I mean, he threw 12 completions for 120 yards, and they won by 30, right? Like, that's not going to happen today, right? And this idea that they're just going to run the ball, you heard Darlington mention it, they become a run-first offense, is just not the case. This Rams defense is going to put it in Sam Darnold's hands, because in his last 3 games against the Rams, he has 8 turnovers, right? And again, they know that. Their priority is going to be to stop the run. Let's make them one-dimensional and make Sam Darnold beat us. And that he's going to have to answer that bell today, right? Like, it's just the way it's going to be.
And that's what I've always thought of Sam. I mean, even on that highlight package, you see great football from Sam Darnold. But I just think it's his discretion. But I think that one of the greatest skills a quarterback can have is know the team you play for and know the game you're in. In terms of if he ends up, I think he could. I mean, the defense in Seattle, the special teams, it could be a game where, Sam, we don't need much for you until maybe the fourth quarter. If he can have that type of discretion, feel the game and say, because Sam has been all gas all the time in the past, thinking he needs to score on every single drive. Sometimes you don't have to. And the Seattle Seahawks defense is that type of defense. Know what game you're in, Sam, is what I'm trying to say.
Sam Darnold, we all know this. He's been picked up all year by this offense. If it's the running game, if it's the play-action passing game, I'm looking for a game like this with Matthew Stafford, going against Matthew Stafford. We know Matthew Stafford and Rams, Sean McVay, we know they're coming in there to throw the ball, and they're trying to light up this scoreboard. I don't think a conservative Seattle Seahawks team led by Sam Darnold can afford to be conservative in a game like this. I want him to come in and let the ball rip today. One thing about it, Sam Darnold's best games this year has been on the road when, what do you say on the road? It's us or nobody, right? So now that you got the 12th man at home, Sam Darnold, throwing outside the numbers is a must-see today. Because, Rex, you talked about it earlier, and I didn't mean to steal your point. No. You talked about throwing inside the numbers as a coordinator, and that's where Sam Darnold has been what, subpar at?
Yeah, absolutely struggling, and especially in the playoffs, Moss. He's got a 24.1 QBR in the playoffs. So that's, and 29 wins in the regular season.
This is the last quarterback I want to see go out there and rip it.
But now, but here's the thing.
I don't want to see him.
No, but I think this, I truly believe he has to sit back and the mentality of rip it outside the numbers. You got no choice.
Right.
And look, you say what you want about this Rams defense, all right? This Rams defense has played well 1 game in the last 2 months. That's the facts.
It's true.
That's the facts. Yeah. So go out there and give this kid some confidence. Like, look, dude, it's not that, are you going to blow the game? How about you go out and be the quarterback you are in the regular season?
That's it.
Like, to me, be the man.
That's it.
Go in there, be the dang man, and rip it outside this number. Gets this horse blank pass coverage.
So, Jason, settle all this here. If this game becomes a question of can Sam Darnold win it for the Seattle, if the Rams were able to make this a game that Darnold has to win, are you confident he does it?
Yeah, well, it depends on how it looks. I think if Sam has time and he feels comfortable, I think he can throw the ball as good as any quarterback in this league. Now, the Rams have a great defensive line, right? right? So I do think if they become one-dimensional, I think it's going to be very difficult for him to execute. You look at those guys. You got Kobe Turner, you got Young, Verse, all these guys. They can get after the passer. If it turns into that game, I think it's going to be difficult.
I think you're completely right. Like, how does it look? Listen, all year when they use play-action pass, Sam Darnold is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's literally top 3 in every single great category. However, dropping back this year in his 2 games against the Rams, when he just drops back without a fake to throw it, 5 picks, 0 touchdowns, and he was sacked 4 times, right? They don't want this to be a drop-back game. They want to run, mix it, play-action pass, shoot it downfield.
Get him on
absolutely.
the outside.
And again, if you're the Rams, you're trying to do the opposite, right? Like, keep him in the pocket, make it a drop-back
And
game.
I understand the defense is struggle, but when a defense feels like there's a quarterback that they own, okay?
Right.
I know how that feels. Like, yeah, we haven't played well, but Sam, we know exactly who you are, and we know exactly what we got to do to get in your head. You showed it earlier in Fillmore. The Rams feel this way about Sam Darnold.
The Seahawks are one of those special kind of teams. They've had a special year. Jason, you actually made this observation based on something that we heard on their sideline last week, and I wanted to play it for you. What you're going to hear is an exchange between defensive tackle Leonard Williams and an offensive lineman, Gray Zabel, during the game. Listen.
I got to give a shout out to the rookie, Gray Zabel, actually.
Are you just going to physically dominate?
I'm fine. Yes, sir. We need some time. I mean, he's a smart kid, and he said to me at one point that, you know, he can tell I was getting the center slide into me a lot.
No, you're taking that inside move on that 3-check with the slide, too.
And he's like, hey, why are you taking that inside move when the slide is coming to you? You should just try to burn the B gap. Okay. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, brother. So that whole drive, I was just taking off, trying to burn the B gap. And it worked.
Snap to Purdy. He gets it. He goes down.
No way.
Huh? Yeah, he's a very
So
good
what did that say to you? What when you hear that?
Well, first of all, yeah, extremely rare that a rookie is talking to a veteran player and telling him how to rush. Right. And if I'm a center, I'm very happy he's telling him to stay in the B gap. I don't want nothing part of Leonard Williams coming to the A gap. But it tells me that they're a team, a full team, right? Normally, a lot of times you'll have everybody in their own position groups. On the sideline, you get segmented and you're decentralized. I remember we had a linebacker come to the Eagles one time when we were really executing at a high level. And he's talking about, man, I really like here how like the offensive line talks to the defensive line. Where he was at before, they all kind of stayed in their own rooms. This is the mark of a great team. You have players communicating across offense and defense. A rookie feels like elevated enough to talk to a veteran like Leonard Williams. I just think that spoke a lot about what this team is comprised of.
I totally agree with you 100% because when I feel like comfortable enough to go up to you and cross the line, because offense is over there on the sideline and go talk together like that, that shows togetherness. Mike McDonald has them playing so well together.
I heard your reaction to that, Randy. I mean, you were taken aback.
I mean, Jason took it. So I was like, no way. It's like the rookie telling a veteran how to play his game, and then he goes out there and applies it to his game. It makes a difference in the game, man. I like what I saw.
You know, it's such a team thing, without question. One thing we haven't even talked about, all right, is the special teams. They've contributed 5 touchdowns on special teams, the Seahawks team. So they buy in. The whole team buys in to all 3 phases of the game, and I think that's what separates it today.
Feels like they have a few advantages on their side, obviously, playing at home. Let's talk a little bit more about them here. The Seahawks defense allowed the fewest points during the regular season. The Broncos, meanwhile, playing today, they were 3rd with key contributors all over their defense. Nick Bonito leads that team in sacks. Zach Allen is the most quarterback hits. And Alex Singleton leads Denver with 149 tackles. That was 9th in the NFL, including the playoffs. But, Shefty, the story with Singleton, as we know, goes well beyond his impact on the field.
That's correct, Greeny. In 2024, in a game against the Buccaneers, Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton, and yet finished the game and led the Broncos in tackles that day. Playing that game on a torn ACL last season turned out to be a warm-up for what was ahead this season.